Good afternoon everybody, and how are you? Welcome to the flower patch. My name's Iris Smith and I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Welcome everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day, whether you're crafting or spending the afternoon or morning with your family or friends and just enjoying yourself and chilling out. Right, today I've decided I'm going to do a little, just like a table arrangement or window arrangement for like Halloween. So I've got this little cauldron where I've placed in some stones at the bottom just to give it a bit of weight, and placed in some foam and covered it with wreath wrap and attached it through the holes of the cauldron and placed the cable tie through the center of the foam so I can keep it down. So that's what we're going to do with that. And I'm going to go through with the things that I've decided to use. I want to do just purple and black. So I've got out some fern, which I thought, well, I like to see fern in any arrangement. So I'm definitely going to have some fern. I've found, or not found, I've cut, should I say, 4 pieces off. I may cut one in half again to make 5, but just some twiggy bits. I doubt you'll see them much with it being a lot of black, but I just thought, well, we could add those in for a little texture. I've got out some more of my velvet black grass that I just like in there for the spikiness as well. I've also got out my black foliage, also where I can maybe fill a foliage, as well as using some for lengths as well. And I've got some, now these are preserved and sprayed black. So again, these may have to have picks on. I haven't done them yet. I was thinking of maybe pulling them off at the top and placing a pick inside where this stem goes. So I may do that with those. I've got out some of my purple bay leaf with a bit of glitter. And I want to use the last 4 of these purple berries that I've got before I start the new bunch. So these were on picks that I used as another project. So I will just incorporate these glittery berries as well. I've cut off, not a lot, but a few of my purple ruscus. And I thought, you know, that would look nice, and with them having a black stem as well. Now, I'm not sure about this, but I've got it out. I've got out my purple or lilac eucalyptus, just for a little different tone of purple, so it's not all the same. So it, you know, the contrast against each other will stand out. So I have got that. I have got out, oh, I've got 4. I thought I got 3 out, but I'm probably only going to use anything between 1 and 3 of my black orchids as well. So we've got those. Again, I have got out the black poinsettias. I'm considering using the smaller ones if I place them in. These are a backup today. I've got 3 picks out with purple roses, a spider, glittery spider, some glittery grass, and a few more berries in here, and these black discs. So I've just, and that's the size they come in the bag when I ordered them. So they're just small picks, which are ideal for things like this. So I thought we could incorporate those. I have also taken out just 3 of my roses with the eyes in the center, which have also black foliage. Now, these are a very like grey purple or lilac tint to them, my thistle. And I thought, just again, for a different contrast, and with them being spiky, I could incorporate just a lighter colour to it all. I have got out, I'm not sure if I'm going to use these, my skeleton hands as well. So I thought that could, because I have made a bow, that may hold the bow. I have got this. I don't know why I've got it out. I may not even use it. Isn't she lovely? But have you noticed her legs? They're back to front. So, and there's no way of twisting them around, I don't think, to face the opposite. To face the opposite way. She just doesn't want to go the way I want her to. So she's going to look a bit odd if I decide to place a pick up her body and add her in just as a decor piece. It's the wobbly legs, guys. I've got a thing about wobbly legs. I just think they're lovely, but so funny at the same time. And she's got her little booties on as well. I've also got out my purple and black spider, which has got black spiders on as well. And it's very furry with red eyes. So I may place a pick, because the body of the spider is foam, so I may place a pick inside, and I may have it standing up here and then the bow at the bottom. And for our bow, I went with the pattern on the spider. I've done this, and they are both a 7/8 ribbon, plain black, and then also the purple and black stripes, diagonal stripes, and the black is on here is glittered slightly as well. So I've done that, which I may place just down here below where the spider will sit above. So that is just what we're going to do today. And again, it's going to be a small little arrangement to sit on a table for Halloween, which would look really pretty. I think I'll bring, I'm going to have the handle to the cauldron at the front. So I'm going to bring the camera down and we're going to get started. So one moment. So let's bring it down here. I'm going to come back a little bit just so you can, and I've just realised I've got black on. Oh gosh, I seem to blend in with everything I do. So again, this is just a little arrangement. If I've taken into consideration, and you know, I've spoken to some of my friends and they don't like big things for Halloween, just small little arrangements, perhaps dotted about, but nothing too big. So that gave me the idea to just do something small for somebody, you know, who doesn't like to go too big. So first of all, I'm going to want to attach my bow. And again, I want it in the center so I can work around the bow at the front. And then I will attach my, I think, spider as well, so we can work around that also. I've got the floral wire at the back, and I've just twisted it around each other, and I'm going to place that in here. So I'm just going to place a little bit of glue on it without getting it in. So if I just turn it around so I can position it correctly. I'm hoping, I don't think it's going to stand very well because the wire isn't very thick. No. So let me just get a pick and wrap this around the pick so it's got more strength to hold to. So I will straighten the bow up once I've finished. So let's just place it in again, and that's better. We've got more control. So let's just fluff the bow up. I'm going to just curl over the end slightly so it just doesn't touch the floor. And when I say lightly, it's just probably 1 or 2 twists, and that's basically all. Well, it's a cooler day today, guys, where I am. It was a bit really humid yesterday and hot. Well, I say hot. It's hot for us in the UK. We're not used to the lovely weather. So I've just put a couple of ringlets at the bottom of the tail ends. So spider. So I'm considering having the spider like so. So I'm going to want to place a pick inside the spider. I'm just going to cut it at an angle so I've got a better chance to push it in. So I'm going to place a little glue on the end. There we go. So there's our spider. So I'm going to bring some, place some more glue on the bottom for me to pop it in. So we're gonna, if I get him straight, I hope that's the center. Let's just have a look. And you can move the legs around. Let's get that spider sitting on top. We'll place him a little further down. So he does move a little bit, not because he's not sturdy, so I may just place another one in. Just to give him a little extra support. I'm going to just I think he sits better like that. So there we have our spider sitting lovely above the bow. And again with the hands, I'm considering placing them either side of our bow, just like that, so it looks like the hands are holding the bow. So I've just got to get the thicker wire, and all I'm doing is going through, bending the wire. It's very tough, so let me just get some needle nose pliers, and I'm going to just help twist the wire around the hand. And then that will sit there. Once in place, I need to be steady because this wire is really thick, and I need to really twist it a little bit more to get that tightness. On the hand, that's better, so it doesn't move out of position. So that's one. Let's get the other one. Oh, I didn't bring out another. Let me just grab another of the thick picks. Do the same. Bend it over. And then hopefully get it to stay without snapping. That's it. Right, so what I'm just going to face me and place in the pick. And I'm going to place it around here. Do the same on this side. So we've got it like that. Let me just grab my drink, guys. My son's got, youngest son's day off work today. And he's just made me a drink before I start. Right, so now we can work around our arrangement. Now we've got the main credentials in. Again, I've got the witch. I don't think I'll be placing her in, if I'm being quite honest. So I'm going to start with the fern. And I'm going to leave them with 3 leaves on. So I'm going to want to bring some down here. Oops. Some down here, either side. And then up above, bring some there. And I want to bring some at the back because we've got all of this room at the back to play with as well. So I want to do that. I think my cauldron doesn't feel very steady, so I may have to put some more weight in it but we'll do that after. So, first of all, let's get a piece in the center here. And with the spider being the height that it is, I want to stay around that height again, because I'm taking into consideration that people just don't like, not everybody likes big for Halloween, and they don't like, they like a few elements to, you know, give off that information that it is a Halloween arrangement, but they don't want it too Halloween. You get all sorts of people with different tastes. Some like it really, really busy, lots of Halloween elements. Some like it, you know, really big. Some like it small with just a few Halloween elements. So because I'm always doing big, I thought, let's go and do a smaller one. Let's make a change. So I've got, I'm going to bring some of the fern just in front of our spider as well. I will turn it around, guys. Just moving the bow out the way. And I think what I want to do is have some coming out from the side. I may take one of those off and have it where there's just two on. Two leaves around the front. Place that one on there. I'm placing them here at the front, just behind the hands. Oops. Just got that glue string. And I think I may need some just coming from underneath around the bow. So I may place single ones on picks. Let me know where you're watching, guys. I do really like to know, you know, where you're all watching from. And thank you for all your wonderful comments again. I really, really, really do appreciate them. I find them so you know, heartwarming and touching. It's just, you know, you're just all so kind with, you know, your lovely compliments towards the work that I do on my videos. let me place those in first. So I'm going to go just under the bow here, bring that one down, do it on this side as well. I'm going to have 3. And then we'll have one in the middle. Just so we've got some foliage in around the bow as well. Which will make it look really pretty. So that's the foliage around the front. I'm going to bring some now around the back. Because we need it around the bottom at the back as well. Just manipulate it a little bit, bend them out. And we'll just bring one here. So we've just got some at the back also. Again, just give him a little bend. Right, I've got one piece left. I suppose I best use the last piece. I think I'll place these on picks, get these in, so bring them as a bit of depth. So I cut the stems quite short. So then I've used 1.5 bunches of the fern. Let's see. I may place this one in the front, just push it as far as I can. So that's all our fern placed in at the front and also at the back. Right, I'm going to add in these bits of ruscus. I only caught, I think, four stems, I think. No, 5. 5 stems, sorry, not 4. I can't get them off. At different sizes. Well, I say different sizes, around the same size, but some may be shorter than others, just by a little tiny bit. So, again, I'm going to bring one up at the back here. Let's cut it. bring that for a bit of height at the back. And again, I'm going to bring some around the front here, under the hands. I must learn, I keep saying this, guys, I must learn when I cut them off of bunches to cut them at an angle. It saves me doing it. I'm terrible. Let's just have a look. So we've got those at there. I'm going to bring, let's just bring some to, I could have sworn I had anything. Bring some to the back as well, so you can get a little view. I mean, I'm not making it so it's a 360 arrangement because obviously the spider's at the front, but I'm just filling in some areas at the back so it's not bare. I'm just giving it some of that colour as well. So I've just placed a few at the back there, and the rest I'm going to want to place around the front. Oops, I keep catching myself on the spider. So we'll bring some, oops, I'm going to bring some around here at the front. Oops, let's cut it. And one in here also. Let's just move our spider's leg. And I've got one left that I'm going to bring perhaps around the front here, down at the bottom. So I may cut this one in half. Just have that underneath as well. So we've got that. I've got another piece. Do I bring it at the back or do I bring it at the front? I'm going to bring it at the front, and I'm going to place it just in front of our spider, but I'm going to push it down a little bit, so because I don't want to cover up the spider, so I'm going to give it a bit of depth, and that will fill that little gap as well. Will help to fill it like so. Oh, let me have a drink. My husband's home. I can't believe what time it is. I've been moving things around in my workshop because I've been trying to get to some of my buckets what are on my racking system, but I've got a standalone small rack with ribbon, you know, seasonal ribbons on, and it just kept being in the way, so I've had to move it. And sort through a few things as well. Right, I want to get in some floral. I've got the picks, so I'm just going to like place in floral foliage, you know, I'm going to alternate with it. I don't want to just do all the floral first. So I've only got 3 of the roses out because we've got the other smaller picks. Right, I don't know if you've had this before. If you see one of your petals on your florals a little bit droopy, excuse me, get your glue gun. Again, I haven't got mine on. Just place a little bit of glue on the inside and then just pop it back up, and then that will sit lovely. So let's see where we're going to place. I want the eyes to be seen. Now then, let's have a look at the picks as well, where I place those. Choices. Right, let me just go and get some more stones to place into this arrangement, guys. It's just wobbling a bit too much. So I'm just going to pause the video while I just go and fill it up. Right, I've done that. I don't know if it's because, I don't know, maybe there's Lazy Susan that's moving, because I don't know. But let's carry on. So let's have a look what we're going to do. I think I definitely like, I say definitely. Let me just bend the stem so I can see closer. Maybe one at the front. You know, one coming out there, but I may have to lean it downwards a little bit, or do I think that's too big? And maybe just place berries down this, so I don't want to hide the bow. Right, I'm going to put 2 either side of where the hands are, just slightly higher than the hands, the skull hands. So let's just move the spider's leg a moment so I can get it in. Let's just have a look at the other. Yeah, I may have to place one on a pick and place it in the center at the back. I'm just moving things around as well. I think one's, and then I think if you can see, bring one up above at the back. So I may have to place this on a stronger stem for that support. because it has got a bit of weight around it. Place some glue on one of the stems that I've cut off from a flower. I'm going to sit it 2/3 of the way up from the bottom of the stem. Hold it in place. Get my floral tape. And I'm going to just go around the stem. And I'm going to go past the stem of the pick with the rose on. And I'm going to come back up just to double it up. So now we've got a bit of height that we can play with. So I'm wanting it around here. I don't want to go too far, but I want just where the rose is coming over the top. So let me just cut a little bit off of the stem. Place on some glue. Around there. I'm going to stretch out the spider's legs. Oh, it's here. I'm looking for its other leg, guys. So that's where I've placed them. And with the roses, I'm going to probably place some, just one either side in between, to fill that gap here. So let's just cut. And I don't want them, I'll bend them slightly so you can see the eye. And I've got another one with a droopy petal. So, and I'll place this one just on this side as well. It's just to fill the gap in around here. Let's just have a look. And I've got one, I'm going to bring this one to the back because we've got those there. So I'm going to bring this one somewhere around the back here, just to bring in, again, floral, and in and around the back. Even though you may not see it if it's going up against a wall. But at least it's got that floral in and around, so like that. Right, let's see. I want this spiky grass. I'm going to place, place these around the back as well first. You may see them sticking slightly out. That's okay. We need that spiky look. See around. We'll bring some around behind the hands of this skeleton hands. Just slightly lower down. Just let me try that one again. It's not in the right place, so we'll try. Have we got one with two? Oh, yeah. Three. I'm just looking for ones where they've just got 2 strands on. The rest have really got 3 on. Oh, here's one. That was good. And I'm going to just bend that down a little. Just want to see. Well, that one's got 5 on. Yeah. That's another one. Yeah, that one's got 5 as well. Oops, I think I've just. So if I bring these around the top as well, on either side, just up here, these are the ones that I've got 5 strands of grass on. Those up above as well. And I'm going to bring a smaller one at the bottom. Oh, that one was hard to cut. So, and I'm going to place one underneath the tail ends of the bow. If I can get it in. That one's. going to cut one down. So we've got those there. Now, I don't think I'm going to place absolutely everything in, but I think we need to get some purple just to give off that lovely colour. Again, because there is a lot of darkness. Oh, they go too far in. Right, I'm going to place right behind the hands again. If you can just see, I'm just going to push it in a little bit more before I show you. If I can get it in. So I'm just having that behind the hands as well. And do the same on the opposite side. And place behind this hand. So we've got some purple there. Oh, I've got a little tiny ornament here, so I could bring that along the front, under the bow where the tail ends are, just to bring that purple sparkly and glittery colour down below. Oops, I can't get that one in. Let's just cut it a little bit. Let's have a look. I can't see because it's so dark here. I'm just trying to get it central. So we've got that down there. Again, I'm going to bring some in the back. And then I may bring some coming out here. I'm just going to go horizontal here as well. I may have to push those in a little bit more. Let's just have a look. Right, so that's what I've done with the bay leaf. Now I do have these orchids. So will they really be noticed? I could bring them underneath the skull hands, perhaps just have two at the front. Or do I use No, they're just not. I need something with a bit of length. So I'm going to cut these. Again, I'm going to go under the hands. I don't know why I bought 4 out. I could have sworn I picked 3 up. I think I'm going silly. Let's go under. I think one's, oops, oh my goodness, I nearly knocked it over. What's that? Oh, I don't know what. I'm just going to cut, there's something on that one. I may have to cut that one down a little bit shorter. If I can get it out now. There we go. Take the old glue off. And let's try again. And just bend it down. That's better. Do I bring... No, I'm not going to bring any in at the back. So we'll place that there. Alrighty. Let's try some of these. In fact, I'm going to put in the black filler foliage. I think it's that what's throwing me a bit. I'm going to place that one on the pick. Or do I? Yeah, we'll use it on that one. I'm just going to stick in some of these at the back and just at the bottom, just to cover the cauldron at the, and also some of the foam. As you can see, I'm just placing them in at the bottom to start with. I'm using a leaf or foliage that's fairly wide, so it will spread and cover like so. Oh, my husband's bought me a coffee. I've just seen it in the corner of my eye. It's becoming a cafeteria in here. And I'm going to bring some around the side as well. Just to fill those areas. Excuse me. So I may need something else, just a little bit more of a gap. If I place a couple more pieces in, cut those down. I can just see at the back a couple of gaps. Oops, glue string. Oh my goodness, I can't get it off my fingers. And there's one here. So I've covered around the back and the side here with the black filler foliage. I've got these berries. I do want to get these last 4 berries in. It's just thinking where to place them. I think I'll place some either side here where the roses are. So let's get one again for height up there. It needs to be no. And do on the opposite side as well. There as well. I may bring one to the back again because there's a lot of black at the back. I need to balance that out by adding some colour. And I think I'll bring the other one in the centre where the bow is itself. So I'm just going to move a tail end and go behind. And then bring the tail end back. So we've just got that sticking out of the centre there. So I'm trying not to interfere with the spider, but his body is obviously so dark you can barely see him and his legs. Let's bring that leg forward. I do feel I need some colour there. It just where the body is here, it's a little bit just too dark. Now, I'm trying to think. I was going to go and get a spider, but I'm not sure if I've got a purple one left. What's that? I can see something glowing in the bucket. I'll have to have a think about that. But I definitely do need something glittery in there. So I'm just going to pop in a few of these eucalyptus as well around the back. I will show you guys, I'm sorry. I'm just using some in at the back, just again, it's the colour. I'm bringing in colour to balance out the amount of black and we have at the back. So I've just placed those there, as you can see. I am considering bringing one just down here to balance it out, instead of looking like I've just created a rectangle or a square. So I am wanting to place one in to balance that out, but place it, if I lift up that, in fact I could go through there and just place that there. So now at the front, I'm going to bring some down either side at the tail ends, just at the front, and I'll have a look if I want to place anywhere else. So where I place the orchids, I want to go just in to, towards the centre with these eucalyptus, because there's black, black, black. So I just want to bring in just a little bit of colour again to balance it out. The side of the tail ends, just after the orchids. So, got a little bit of colour there. Oops, it's here that's bothering me. I don't know whether to just grab and this spider and manipulate it to go and sit, if I can, near. If I face it going that way. No, it's around the centre of the body here. So there's a spider up there. I could borrow the spider from up above and if I can bend that to sit on the main body. Yeah, I think that looks better, just adding a little bit of the opposite colour there, just so you don't think it's just a little piece of area what is just plain black and nothing is a bit bouncing away from it. So let's see about the thistle. See, the thistle looks nice because it's spiky. I'm not sure about the black pom-poms, no, because you won't really see them. So I'm going to add in the thistle. I don't know how many I need. We'll just go with it. And I'm going to do behind here as well, bring a different texture there as well. So let's just place that in at the back of the bow. And we're going to just push it down a little deeper. I don't want it sticking up too much. Just like we've placed it in the centre. I hope you can see. Let me just check the camera. Yeah. So because I've got one there, I'm going to bring one at the back in a similar place as well for that texture. And while I'm at the back, I'll bring in some around where the bay leaves are. So I've just brought those in around the back there. And I'm going to bring some under the, around the, where the, again, I've just placed the eucalyptus at the bottom under the bow. Just have that different texture down below as well. I'm just placing them in. Just move the loop of the bow. So I've just placed those like the triangle position up there, or down there, should I say. Excuse me. I think I'm going to just place these in and then I'm going to show you. Let me just push that one there to hold it. Now I've got them dotted around more at the front. So as you can see, I've gone here. I've created a triangle here at the top, as well as creating one here. But then I've also created a triangle using the center one here off to the sides as well. And you can also use that in this direction as well. I've created the triangle off to the side going down or up, whichever you want, but it works both ways where I've created that triangle. So that is where I'm going to place those. So let's get these in. So one there. One just behind the bow here. And then on this side. As well. Then one coming out. Oops, a daisy. Around there. Did I put those in? Yes, I've glued those in. So I've got those there. If I want any more, I think I could easily bring one down here. I'm going to do that with a smaller one. Again, I'm going to go under the bow. And then I'm going to bend it drooping downwards. So we've got that, and then some of the others I'm going to dot add in like at the side here, but in a bit of depth. Push those in a little bit further. And I may bring one up above there. I think it may need a pick on, it's not long enough. I've run out of picks. Let me just cut the packet. I buy them in a pack of 500. So I'm going to place a pick on that pick about a third from the bottom. I'll use green because the stem's green. I don't want a lot. Oh, I think I've heard one of my cats. Yes, Marley's here. Here he is. So I'm going to use this for some height at the back to place it in. So we've got one up above at the back as well. So that's all I've done to the back. I've got lots at the front. I think, looking at that, it may need one at there as well. So I don't want to cover the spider. No, I'm going to leave it. Or do I place it where the boat? I think it needs it, because every time I move it away, it doesn't seem to sit well. I've just realised I've run out of tape again. Gosh almighty. So let's do the same with this. Place it on a pick. And then place the floral tape around it. I don't know what he's looking at. So we've got the height for this one. So I'm going to go behind the spider's body. And I'm going to just, if I can get it, I don't know if I'm hitting the foam or not. There I am. And I've just placed one up at the top with the rose, the pick. Right, so I don't need any more of those. Now I've got these twiggy bits. Again, you're not going to really see these guys, but I think just adding some in around the bow. And I'm going to go and just place it in there. You can give it just a little swirl around your finger to create little ringlets. No, you can barely see it. I think you'd have to be, you know, close up to notice. So I may just carry on with it, and then at least it's just a little bit of decor added in, even if it's not really seen, but it's there. I'm not going to be placing any around the back, I don't think. I'm just going to stick them around the front and side. And this last piece I'm going to place underneath the bow. Again, you won't see it, but we'll just bend it downwards. Let me just look for gaps, because I don't really feel I need, again, the poinsettias. No, they don't do really anything. They're just hidden. You can't see them. So, right, I'm just going to place in a bit of filler foliage in one side. I can just spot a little gap from the side here. And it may need to do it the opposite side as well. I can see the foam, and it's not what I'd like to see. So I'm trying to just cover it up. Just hold on. That's that one. Yeah, I can see it that side as well. So we'll place one in the same area it is on this side. That's better. So I think that we may have finished our small, I always say small, but I always end up doing them really big. But I think something's, one moment, let me just see by placing that there. Something's amiss. Right, let me just, I don't know if you can see yourself. I'm just going to stand back. I feel, you see here, between these two grasses and between these two grasses, I feel there's a little bit of a gap, or something a bit stronger needs to be filled there. And also here, just at the bottom, it's too wide apart. If it was slightly closer like that, I'd be happy. But to me, that feels slightly more, if I stand before, yeah, it's just slightly more gappy, especially on the right side as you're looking at it, where the orchid is at the bottom. There's a big gap. Now it would be Wouldn't really make much difference if I loosen the tail end and brought that down underneath, because you've still got this here. So it's that. So there can be two choices. I say two choices, but they've got one. They've got green on, and I don't want to use green. Yes. You know. Let me see. Now. I'm just going to get and add something. It's a bit too Christmassy. Two different things. So, what I've got, I don't want any more foliage, so I've got some Christmas ornaments out. And to place that in those gaps, I'd use the sparkly ones, I think, at the front. So where this orchid is here, place one of those there and one the opposite side. But then I've got these matte purple, and I think bring that there, maybe, just to cover that gap up there, and also here as well. So what I do, let me do the sparkly ones first. I leave this on. I just take the cord off and cut them off because it's got a hole in. I get a pick, place glue on, and I go through the hole at the top there and glue it to the top or tip of it where the cord was attached to. Now you can, sometimes these are very loose. These are tight on, but you can get them where they're loose, so you can pull them off. Just put a bit of glue around it and then pop them back on to secure, to secure them. And I just wipe off the glue so it doesn't leave a big blob. And I'll do that on the others. Now let's see if these are loose. I'm just going to basically show you. So they come off like that. So, I mean, get your glue gun and just place a bit of glue around the top of here. And then get it and then pop it back on. So then that will dry where it's then secure, and you won't have to worry in case it pops off. And then get your pick and just do the same thing as well. And let that just dry a moment. Oops, that nearly went off the side. So let's check this one. Yeah, that one's not got nothing. So let's secure this one. Again, just place glue around it. Pop it back on. And then place that in as well. So let's get that glue string off me. So that's what you do with the Christmas ornaments. So again, with here, I'm going to place the sparkly ones where the orchids are. Again, it's a different tone of purple. So I'm just going to go and fill this gap. And with them being quite, I won't have to place in too much if I'm placing these in, because they're going to cover that area, that space. by just adding in, if you can see, just adding in those at the bottom. And I'll do the same this side, and then just do that there. So we've got the baubles there. Now let's just check. I don't want it to look too silly. If I bring those to the back, I may bring those here to the back and have them. Let me just move the foliage. You may just see the colour of them popping out at the back. Let's do the other one. From the back as well. Where was it placed? I can't see any gap. I felt the foam there. Let's bend that one. I don't think I'm going to have them the same height, so I don't want to create a square, so I'll bend that one a little bit, like that. So that's what I've done. So I'm going to come and check that from afar, just in case I'm needing some more. No, that's that. I think plus, because I've not placed the Christmas ornaments or baubles all at the same height, I've sort of like dropped one lower than the other on both colours, so it just doesn't look too uniformed. Because if you've noticed on this side, this part's lower than that, just slightly. So because I've lowered this side, when I placed in these matte purple, I've lowered that side. So then it's like a angle. So you know, instead of having them all dropped on one side lower, I've done it opposite on each side. So I think that would be enough. I don't need to add any more because I don't think it's going to do anything else to the arrangement. I could just keep adding little bits and bits in, and it's just not going to really do much. And again, I always say, the more you add in, if you're adding it in and it's not actually making it look any more interesting, you know, than what it is, or it's not adding any more wow factor, then that's when you need to stop. Again, I've been asked several times, how do I know when to stop? And that's how when I know when to stop. If it's just not doing anything else for the arrangement. So I'm going to leave it at that. Let me just get rid of all this glitter and everything on my workbench. But it's nice to actually have, you know, just something instead of, because not everybody, you know, either likes wreaths, you know, they just prefer little flower arrangements, which is fine because you can make anything look beautiful. It doesn't have to always be on a wreath. And, you know, people will come into your house Halloween and spot it and think, well, that's really lovely colours, they stand out, which they do. Purple and black stand out just as much as orange and black, and, you know, lime colour and black, lime green, they all stand out tremendously well. And I think it's something as well that you could place away, you know, once Halloween is finished, place away for the following year, and you could get it out again. So guys, I'm just going to bring the camera up a little bit. Let's just come back. I don't even think I've brought it up much. There. I'll sit down and so I hope you enjoyed that, and again, it's just something wonderful to have in your home if you're not a big fan of wreaths or going over the top, you know, with lovely, wonderful, wacky things for Halloween, you know, but you just want something to represent Halloween, but on a smaller scale, but with not too much, you know, elements like, you know, like the spider, not, and things like that, not too much of that sort of thing, to, you know, especially if you're not that way, you know, liking that sort of busyness with all elements of Halloween. You just want it simple, you know, with the elements. So that's what we've done. We've made it, you know, simple with not as much elements, but you've just got little bits like your spiders, you know, obviously your big spider here, which you can barely see, but because he's got his long legs, we've got those sticking out. And then just the hands from the skull as well. Not the skull, sorry, the skeleton hands. Just adding those in as well, just to represent a bit of Halloween as well. So, and then the spiky grasses and things like that. Add that sort of type of foliage in, and your ferns, because obviously your ferns are airy. They are spiky, you know, add those in. You know, just elements like that, just with a bit of spikiness or twiggy bits, things, you know, just incorporate those to give off that Halloween theme. And again, some berries, any, you know, whatever colour you're doing, add in a bit of glitter as well, you know, just to give off that sparkly feeling for Halloween. And then, like, I toned it down quite a lot by using the thistle. You could use sea holly or anything like that, add that in. But I've toned it down with the purple, because it's like a grey purple tone or lilac tone. So just by adding that in and toning it down a little bit, it's, you know, given a different contrast as well against the others. And, you know, also adding in just some orchids for the edge, for the length, you know, to come out as well. That's, you know, I like to do that as well. So I think overall, if it's something that you don't really want, again, a wreath on the door or decorate the outside of your home, and you just want something, maybe as you walk in through the door, on the end, you know, on a small table or in the window in your living room, you could place lights in, you know, you could have some lights in and just attach the lights to the back, you know, the switch button, and you could do that as well. So on Halloween, it's, you know, the lights are flashing and looks really pretty. So I mean, this purple, when I went to get some more stones to fill it for the weight, and I took it outside with me, the purple in natural daylight really does stand out. It's really quite vibrant. In here it doesn't look as it would if you was outside in the natural light. But again, you know, I always say the camera never does things justice. And also, if you've got some gaps in there as well, or you don't know what to place in, like I chose the Christmas ornaments, or baubles as we call them in the UK, and just adding two different types, you know, the sparkly and the matte, again, because we've got nothing really apart from the roses that are matte. So I've incorporated those, and I've again come, which side is it? Yeah, higher up here on the matte bauble and lower here, and then I've gone higher here on the sparkly bauble and lower here. So I've reversed the heights of them so they're not too uniformed and look like I've created a square or a rectangle. So just to give those the different movements. So I think overall, and the ribbon, you know, I hope so. I got the ribbon again from a lady, Charlotte, and her work partner, Sam, from CNS, and they import American ribbon. So I got that from there. I've just ordered some more from them. So I can't get enough of your ribbon, guys. You in America. It's absolutely fabulous quality. So, and she sells like the deluxe. Is it the deluxe brand? I can't quite remember. I've got one, another one somewhere. Here's one. The RG ribbon. That's the ones that she sells from the States. So yes, it's very, and also she does sell the deluxe ribbon as well from the States, you know, like the 4-inch, the 2, you know, ribbon, things like that. So give it a go, guys. If you're not yourself big into Halloween, but you just want something, you know, in your home to represent that time of this, you know, year, get a little, even if you haven't got a cauldron, just get a container, black container, or, you know, to place things in, and whichever colour, oranges, blacks, purples, blacks, or a mixture, you know, green, orange, purple and black all together, just to do something small to sit in your window or on a table or cabinet, just to celebrate that time. And again, and I've only brought a little bit of colour around the back because it isn't a 360 arrangement. This is an arrangement that sits up against the wall. So have fun, and you know, and get all your creative elements out, you know, like your spiders, your skulls and things like that. I really want to do a big swag with a big skull and a hat on it. I keep thinking about doing one of those, but I've got to get the skull first. The skull's the head. So enjoy yourself, have a wonderful time, you know, take your time. You don't need to rush, and you know, take in all the wonderful joyous moments of you creating it, and just have fun. So take care, guys. Please subscribe, share and like. Let everybody you know who's perhaps wants to just watch, as you know, just something to watch. You don't have to be creative yourself. You can just watch, or you know, get in touch and share it with some of your creative friends as well, or family, colleagues, anything like that. Bring them along to come and watch some of my videos and maybe inspire them to give it a go. And if you send me some photographs of your own creations, you may inspire me to give it a go of something of what you have created yourself. And I'll probably sit there like the lady Gertrude. I've looked when she sent me her pictures the other day. She inspired me to give it a go by using a piece of wood in the centre of a wreath and cover it in foam and then moss around it, and then put the arrangement in the centre of the wreath on foam. So that's inspired me. So I've never done that before, so I'm considering giving that a go. So have a wonderful day. I won't be here tomorrow. I have got about 6 orders, and 2 of them are really big. So I will be busy tomorrow. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, and I'll see you soon, and have a fabulous weekend. And I love you all, and keep your comments coming, guys. And if you ever need any questions answering, just email me or go on WhatsApp like Gertrude did, and just look for, you know, Iris Smith, and WhatsApp me or message me on Facebook. I'm on there as well under the Flower Patch, or Iris Smith as well. I'm under both. And send me pictures, come and chat with me, and I'll be more than honoured to help if you have any questions. And my email address is theflowerpatch2401@gmail.com. So have a wonderful weekend, guys. I love you all, and thanks so much for taking up your precious time to watch my videos. I really do appreciate it. So take care, guys, and good health. Bye for now. Bye-bye. So let's just have a close-up. Oh, I've pressed that button again. Oh my goodness. Let's make sure the cable doesn't get caught. Can you see how vibrant it is now? I've got the light on it, guys. And I'm up close. It's really, truly vibrant. It's beautiful. So let's just turn it this way. We'll place it here. So there is our lovely furry spider in the black and purple with his legs spread equally around the arrangement. Our lovely ribbon, the just plain bold black, and then the diagonal striped black and purple. Our lovely thistles, some of our little twiggy bits that you can't really see. Our fern, our lilac eucalyptus, our skull's hands, our wonderful black orchids, some sparkly glittery berries, our Christmas baubles or Christmas ornaments in this glitter, and then also in the matte. The pics that we've got with the spider on here on the black discs and a bit of the grass also. Let me just turn it around. Our black filler foliage there. Let's just get it moving around. Our lovely bay leaf, our roses with the eyes in, and our black velvet grass as well. Have I put anything else in, guys? I can't quite remember. If I've forgotten, my apologies. But that's what we've used for the back as well. Let me just turn it around. And that is how it looks once we've finished. Again, if I put the light on it, you'll see it better. There you go. That's how lovely and vibrant it is, and which would look lovely in anybody's home, or if you even wanted it outside your front door in the corner under a porch, it would look lovely there to represent Halloween as well, or even maybe, you know, on your back garden. So take care, guys. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Bye bye.